Great to see everybody here tonight. We've got a lot to do, and let's start with the very first story that we have, because I'll tell you, this one here is huge. Don't look up, guys. That's what they're trying to tell us. That's what the movie says. That's what everybody's saying. But the truth is, we have incoming asteroids that are just unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. Incoming asteroids. Several asteroids now are headed toward the Earth, dealing with real life threats to our planet, according to a report that was just released today. Let me share that with you right now. And if I can find it, and that takes a couple seconds. Here it is. According to reports, several asteroids are headed toward the Earth, dealing with real life threats to our planet. Don't look now, but we are currently experiencing a rash of stories about a forthcoming global catastrophe. But in a change from reports of pandemics and climate change, this global catastrophe is produced by the impact of a giant asteroid or comet or both. This may feel extra ominous given the events in the recent Netflix film Don't Look Up, in which the Earth is threatened by a planet killer asteroid. But how worried should we really be? And what would happen if such a body actually hit us? It has been experienced that killer asteroids tend to strike in the summer months when news is thin on the ground. Maybe we are so tired of grim news about the problems with the pandemics and variants and associated problems that a killer asteroid might bring some refreshing change. I don't think so, guys. But according to UK newspapers, it was even Nostradamus in the 16th century, back in 1566, when he said that a giant impact would be coming from space toward the Earth in the year 2022. That's right. Nostradamus said in the year 2022. Well, you guys know that we've been talking to Mike from around the world the last couple Thursday nights about Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9, and all of the potential with these incoming asteroids, and, of course, Planet X and what it brings with it. And, of course, we've been talking about Apophis. We've talked about Apophis quite a bit. Of course, Tom Horn has wrote a book recently called Wormwood 2029, and he has to do with Apophis. We know for sure that we have incoming Planet X, which is going to cause some serious problems. Matter of fact, Planet X incoming is causing higher amounts of volcanism on Earth, according to Marshall Masters. And, of course, Marshall will be one of our 4 speakers, plus myself, so 5 of us. He'll be one of the 5 speaking on the summit coming up January 28th and 29th. You don't want to miss that summit that's coming up on the effects of Planet X. But that's what he's already saying. Now, some of the things that's already happened due to this. Well, just a couple days ago, we had this situation. Wolf Volcano, the tallest volcano in the Galapagos Islands, has erupted, spewing lava and clouds of ash over the Pacific Ocean. It is strangling air travel, and it's a danger to the people that live on that island. The good news is it's on Isabella Island. The entire volcano erupted and went down the opposite side from where the population is. Just imagine if it had blown the other way. We'd probably be looking at tens of thousands of people would have been killed. This is a very, what's causing this gravitational pull? What's causing this traumatic events that could be causing people lives to be at stake? We are watching this very, very closely. Also, Planet X, we also know this. Air travel, ship travel to other nations is going to stop as Planet X is coming in. That is a quote from Mike from around the world last Thursday night on the Coming Apocalypse, Thursday night edition. So Mike's saying air travel, this is why you're seeing air travel and ship travel to other nations, why you're seeing it being clamped down. The real reason he is saying is because they know what's coming in. Planet X and a lot of asteroids with it, a lot of debris coming with it. That is the reason that things are being shut down. That's why Mike from around the world and Gil Brazard and Marshall Masters and Stephen Ben Danoon will be sharing in this unbelievable webinar, which is going to be called The Summit, The Effects of Planet X. Get your tickets tonight. Get ready. And the price is only $39. Get your tickets. This will be the must-watch summit of the year, bringing in the best experts. I mean, first of all, Mike from around the world has intel from the government because he has his, of course, he has top secret clearance in military intelligence, and he has access to this. Number two, Stephen Ben Danoon is a former CIA agent who also has connections within the Pentagon and within this space and other agencies. He has some very good intel, and Stephen is working on the ancient scripts right now for the government, analyzing them on behalf of Planet X. Think about that one. And Marshall Masters, for 25 years, has been studying Planet X, a former IT executive who retired in 1999 from Silicon Valley, was a Minson, brilliant guy who also works and has intel from within the government. And then the fourth guy, Gil Brazard, who's worldwide known, famous astronomer who has studied Planet X for over 22 years. And myself, I've been hanging around this area long enough to know something's going on. And I have studied the Bible enough to know, as a biblical scholar of eschatology, that it is tied in to the events of Revelation 8. No doubt about it. The deep impacts, the wormwood, a third of the ships being destroyed, many men dying from the impact. I know it's in the Bible. So certainly these things are coming. We want to prepare people. Also, don't forget this. Mike Brown, along with Dr. Chad Trillo of the Gemini Observatory in Hawaii, and David Rabinowitz of Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, found a planetoid on November 14, 2003. They named it Sedna, but was it really Planet X we're talking about? A lot of people are saying yes to that. And the red planet appears so small from the distance that you could completely block it out with the head of a pin. That's what Mike Brown, the former NASA scientist who now works for Caltech, the object, he said, unofficially, we call it Sedna. He said it's behind the sun. When did he say that? 2004. 2004. They've known about it, guys. And what's bigger than an asteroid, smaller than a planet, red all over and far, far away? The answer, a mysterious planet-like body orbiting our sun has been discovered by NASA-funded researchers. That was released. And while all that's going on, don't forget, on April 13, 2029, the asteroid Apophis will pass less than 20,000 miles. That's 32,000 kilometers from our planet's surface. That's closer than the distance of the geosynchronous satellites. You got the satellites that orbit the Earth at 22,000 miles around. This asteroid's going to come within 20,000. Actually, it's 17,500. Are you serious? This thing is 4 football. This thing is huge. 4 football fields wide. It's a monster, Apophis. And it's coming on Friday, the 13th, April 13th, 2029. No wonder Tom Horn calls it Wormwood. And he wrote the book, Wormwood Prophecy 2029. He's saying Revelation 8:8 could very well happen on that day, if not sooner. Mike around the world says, don't worry about Apophis. What's going to happen in 2023 is what you better be worried about. And guess what? So is Stephen Ben Danoon saying the same thing. Now, wait a minute. Here's something else. And in an ideal situation, scientists would identify an incoming asteroid years before it hits the Earth. That would provide ample time for what NASA calls a deflection strategy. So read it again. This is the words of NASA. I got this right off the NASA.gov. And in an ideal situation, scientists would identify an incoming asteroid years before it gets to the Earth. That would be ideal. If you know that, then you would start providing ample time for what NASA calls the deflection strategy. What do you think they're doing right now? They just sent a spaceship headed right toward an asteroid. They're going to smash into it and try to nudge it, see how much it moves it. Why are they doing that? Because they know what is coming, incoming. It's incoming. They are more than one. They're on their way, according to Mike from around the world. All of this, guys, is going on right now. This is why we're staying focused on these issues. We're in the last days. We're in a time that the Bible said would come. And if there was ever a time people need to give their life to Jesus Christ, this is why you do look up. Jesus said there'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth. This is all found in Luke 21.